But I am doing a social experiment just to see which churches would actually help a starving baby. And unfortunately, there's so many that say no, and you immediately was like, yes, of course.
I don't know about you, but I personally subscribe to practicing what you preach. But how many of the religious institutions in this country actually do that? Well, one TikToker is going mega viral right now for trying to find exactly that out.
So far, I've already called 2 churches. Neither one of them were willing to help feed a baby. And honestly, I'm not even a church. And if somebody called me needing to feed a baby, I wouldn't just hang up the phone. I would find them a resource and get them formula for their baby. So now I'm calling Heritage Hope Church of God in Somerset, Kentucky.
So shout out, this is nilakie.monroe on TikTok. Her bio says, testing your church to see if they would feed a hungry baby. FDT, F-ICE, Free Palestine, BLM, immigrants, pro-choice, Army veteran, lesbian, and she's in Kentucky. And before we get into the wild and in some cases very telling responses that she is getting from these institutions, mostly churches, but we'll see some others later, including Charlie Kirk's former church. Definitely stick around for that one. That has an interesting ending. And she has been documenting this now like 38-part journey that she started at the end of October, like on Halloween, and has absolutely blown up. But again, before we get to the actual churches, I want you to listen to her words before we pass any judgment about why she started this social experiment and what she expected from it.
Okay, so I wanted to come on here and talk about something really quick because it's heavy on my heart. So when I started this experiment, literally the day before I started, I was just like sitting here and I'm just like talking on the phone. I'm like, tomorrow I'm going to start calling up churches just to see if they would help somebody that's like really in need. And that's just how I got started. It wasn't out of ill intent or to test churches to be mean or like whatever. I don't fall under like a religion. I am spiritual. I do believe in a higher power. I didn't want to focus on the negative in this experiment. So I wasn't really paying too much attention to the ones that said no. So again, I know that a lot of you want to leave negative reviews and, you know, look at religion in a poor light right now. But instead of doing that, I would much rather people start leaving 5-star reviews with suggestions on what can be done to fix it. Because I remember being told all the time growing up, don't bring up a problem unless you can bring 3 solutions.
I mean, amen to that. So with that out of the way, let's take a look at this social experiment in action and then see some of the reactions from viewers online. And if you want to support this creator, their links will be down in the description below.
I don't really have any resources to do that right now.
We don't help with formula at all. Have you talked to anybody like at CCC?
Yeah, I've been calling everywhere all day.
Oh, okay. We are a small church, and as a result, we have limited funds, and so we tend to help those that are part of the church or come to the church.
To help with baby formula at all?
We are, unfortunately, are not. We have a benevolent.
Oh.
Yeah, we're included in that, not because we want to be, but we've been struggling with a whole bunch of things since the Obama-Biden regime took over.
Well, we have 4 here. So which one of our campuses do you go to? Do you attend one of our campuses?
I don't attend, no. I'm just local.
Okay. Yeah. I'm just trying to... Did you try Mercy's Gate?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't have any way to help you with that. I'm so sorry.
They could help before I come out there.
Just come. If they don't have baby food, I'll give you $10 from my pocket, and you'll buy some.
Okay, that's so sweet. Okay, actually, this is actually a social experiment.
Yeah, and that video got some responses for the sheer amount of no's there. You have let's start testing churches. They are not helping the needy. This is journalism. And Lakewood, Joel Osteen's church, his net worth is $50 million. Ooh, this burns me up. Here quickly, before we wrap up with the more heartwarming aspects of this story and these calls, is her calling Charlie Kirk's former church, Dream City Church, asking for baby formula, where recently the church pastor spoke out against Zohran Mamdani, claiming that it's the church's job to care for the poor and not the government's. I think you might know where this is going.
MK Church is about to go. How may I help you?
Yes, I just want to see if there's any way y'all could help with a small can of baby formula. I've been out since last night, and my daughter, she's not 8 since last night, and she's only 2 months old, and I've been calling everywhere, and they're just telling me to keep calling churches.
Okay, so we have you ever heard of Mom's Pantry?
Yes, I already tried them. They don't have any formula.
Okay, that's our only connection to, our food bank ministry. So if they don't have any baby formula, then we don't have any in our office that we could provide.
Okay, would it be something that you all would be able to get and I just pick it up?
Let me connect you with our care pastor. She handles all of the connections and our resources that we're able to give out.
The person you are trying to reach is currently unavailable.
How big is this church? It looked like it was pretty big. This church is huge. That big of a church and they won't even help someone.
Yeah, she got put on hold indefinitely after trying to reach the care pastor, the first call of which completely failed. Funny thing about that, here is in real time how quickly the Islamic Center in Charlotte, North Carolina responded to her request.
Islamic Center of Charlotte, overlooking.
Hi, yes. I was trying to call. I have a 2-month-old baby and I ran out of formula last night and I was wanting to see if there's any way you all could help with a can of baby formula.
We can, ma'am. Where do you live? Do you live in Charlotte?
Yes, I'm like 10 minutes from you all.
Okay. And what kind of formula you need?
It's the Good Start.
Good Start. Yeah, that's fine, ma'am. If you come over here, we'll help you.
Okay. Hold on just 1 second, okay?
Okay.
Okay, I'm actually doing a social experiment. So I don't have a baby and I don't have a need. But I am doing a social experiment just to see which churches would actually help a starving baby. And unfortunately, there's so many that say no. And you immediately was like, yes, of course. And I just wanted to say thank you so much for your heart. And also to see if it was okay if I posted this on TikTok and maybe put your information on there for your church where people can send donations. Maybe if they...
Yeah, no problem, man. We do what we can. We appreciate your kind words. Thank you.
No, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Oh, he instantly... He didn't... Like the only question that he asked was, where are you located at and what kind do you want? No other questions. These other places are... They need to pay attention. These other churches need to take notes.
Some of the responses here are pretty telling, right? I'm a pastor who happened to catch you at the very beginning of this experiment. I never thought your intent was malicious. It's been eye-opening for sure. I hope nothing but good comes of this. Then on the other kind of side of the spectrum, you have, if churches are offended, they are the problem. As well as, let's be 100% real though, none of them said no because they thought it was a scam. They said no because they don't care. Other people saying we should tax churches. And I'll be honest with you folks, I love that. I love the intent. I love the thoughtfulness and care behind this social experiment. After all of these calls, she immediately makes it clear that it is just that, a social experiment. And it was born out of the cruelty of Donald Trump and MAGA Republicans and the SNAP benefits being stripped away from people during the government shutdown, that the Democrats have now fucking thrown away with zero consolidations to show for it, for any of us, for your healthcare, for fucking anything. And so now we have to rely on saints, and I feel comfortable calling her that, like Nilakie Monroe out here, or channels like our own to call out the hypocrisy, not only of our government, but of these religious institutions that claim to be here to support us. And then when push comes to shove, when a crying, helpless, needing mother and child and baby that some in the extreme of these religious movements say are so all important and they're so pro-life that they have to take control of women's bodies to save these babies, and then they wouldn't fucking feed them. And look, I know that's not all religious people. That's not all Christians. I personally am spiritual. I don't subscribe to any particular religion. And I'm quite vocal about that, and sometimes it can come off a little bit offensive to people who are of particular faiths, and I don't mean it in that way. But what sickens me to no end, and what I think sickens even a lot of religious people, is when you don't practice what you fucking preach. So huge shout out to Nikolai, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, for not only exposing the people who do not do that, but for heaping praise and awareness on the institutions in this country that do, that would go out of their way to help the needy. Because ultimately, that's what this should be about. Anyway, her link is down in the description. Be sure to drop a like and subscribe to Really American. And for Really American, I'm Kenny Hesse. I will see you guys in the next one.